So Malaysia Major Events is basically an agency. It's under the Ministry of Tourism and Culture. So we were formed by the brainchild of the Prime Minister of Malaysia to elevate Malaysia into a developed nation by 2020. So we were given a few objectives and a few targets. By 2020, we need to hit 700,000 international tourists coming in for sporting events into Malaysia. And we wanted to build sporting events into a hub where Malaysia becomes the sporting hub of Southeast Asia. And we have, of course, achieved a few of those numbers. But what's more important is having Malaysia into a perfect stage where infrastructure is down there. We have the venues, we have the hotels, we have the convention centers, and it makes it a perfect ingredient for sporting events. You see, sports today, sports is just not only about sports. Sports is about lifestyle, right? So we integrate culture into sports. We have concerts that go along with sports. We have events that within sports, there's like conferences, there's congress, there's meetings, and then you have sports in there. So it is not just sports that makes it happen. You need to create an experience to have people to come in for the sporting event. And that's how it works nowadays. Yeah, I mean, I can give an example of a recent event that we did. We did the World Table Tennis Championship, ITTF World Table Tennis Championship. It was for the first time the most viewed TV in the world. And we had 6,000 people from China flew down to Malaysia just for the finals. And this is something which ITTF never saw before. Why? Because table tennis is used in Asia, and Malaysia has got a prime time slot because of the timing zones within Asia, and we're located centrally in Asia. So it's, for viewership, it's the perfect timing. And if you've got the perfect timing, you get a lot of sponsors, you get a lot of credibility, you get a lot of exposure. And on top of that, it just makes it happen. Yeah. I think a successful sports city needs to have a lot of ingredients to make it successful. You can have good venues, but you do not have the population, it's no point. You can have the population, but you do not have the infrastructure, it's no point. So I think you need to have all of this in order to make a successful city. One, of course, the people. Without the people, there's no sports. Two, you need to have infrastructure in place. Without infrastructure, again, you can't play sports. Three, education. The schools, the government needs to educate the society on how important it is to live a healthy life. You know, it can be running, it can be anything else, but it just needs to be educated. And that goes into your social development, then you do a legacy. Without a legacy, then there's no point of having a sports event. Yes, we are doing the Southeast Asia Games next year, 2017. Malaysia is the host. And we are also celebrating 60 years of independence next year. So that will be one of the biggest things that we're going to do in the next few months. We are going to have a full blast of various different exponents within the 60 days, within the 60 years. One of it, we're going to launch a new sports hub in KL city itself, which comprises of a shopping mall, 3 different hotels, a large stadium with 110,000 capacity, an indoor stadium of 20,000 people, and as well as service apartments within the sports hub itself. So that's going to be a big thing for us for next year. The sports hub is going to bring us to the next level, right? So that's going to elevate Malaysia from what we are now to the next level. And this is going to be something that we're going to follow through by bringing down more international events into Malaysia, and also to develop local events, especially with the local communities. You know, we have our local events like the sepak takraw, we have badminton, which is played widely in Malaysia, squash, swimming. So these are going to activate the local community and also activate the education part of Malaysia, where we're going to have inter-competition within schools, universities, and so forth.